Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Keith here, Jesse on the camera, and on the bench we have, I think, what, chapter 17 of this build? Something like that. Anyway, it's the final stage of the POIZD RC insane badass custom crawler build. The best part, the paint job. We got the bug body cut and chopped, riding on there with the nice crazy stance that we kind of came up with a little while ago. Hang on. Custom body mounts, tough, tight fit. So we did the body mounts on the back. We made these nice little steel spikes. They will stab you. You gotta be careful catching this guy when he flips over. I just tell everybody run, he'll get you. But anyhow, we got a really nice cool stance to it. Looks really bad. Everything fits, everything tucks in there, it doesn't get in the way, it rides nice. And yeah, need some obviously black and gold paint. Now I'm sure you guys seen the other video with the bug body on it crawling around with the black and gold paint on it, but it was miffed, it was no good. I screwed it up, I might have talked about it, I don't remember, it was a little while ago. Anyhow, we're gonna get this done, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so obviously, before you do paint job, you're going to need a clear polycarbonate Lexan body, and yes, we paint these from the inside. You're going to want to wash it really good, mask the windows off. You can scuff the inside. I've never done that, never had a problem, but I make sure when I wash it, it is squeaky clean, hot water, and just wash the crap out of it. Now, that being said, I probably have fairly rough skin on my fingers, and the amount that I wash it, it's probably getting sanded by my fingers, so let's just be honest, right? So let's talk about materials we're going to use. Obviously, we want to use good quality products, so we use Tamiya for the whole lot, everything except for our blades. Tamiya masking tape, it's really thin, works really, really nice. It doesn't bleed if you use it right. Don't try to stretch a corner, just you can lay pieces in there and lay them all nice down flat. Super thin, you can almost see right through it. Very, very thin stuff. I believe it's like rice paper or something like that. They call it Kamoi tape, K-A-M-O-I. Anyway, wonderful stuff. This is 40 millimeter. They make it in 40, 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter. You can also get these nice little Tamiya tape holders. It keeps your roll of tape clean on the bench. You can just take out what you need. They only make them in the skinnier ones. They don't make them in the fat boys that I know about, which would be kind of cool. Okay, so you need that for masking and a paint job. But before that, you need a design. Spend some time on that. We just did a fairly basic design following the geometry of the body, and just kind of a quick little banger. We'll throw that together. You guys will see that coming up soon. Knives. You want to get a good hobby knife. This big old box cutter razor blade, some guys are good with them. I'm not going to take anything away from them, but I recommend starting with a hobby knife and a number 11 blade. And we like to use X-Acto X-Life number 11 blades. These guys are super sharp. They do have an oil on the blade. Just give that a little bit of a wipe off on a clean cloth or a little bit of alcohol. If you're super anal, wash off your blade first before you run it. I've never really been worried about the transfer amount that's at the edge of the blade, but just a little tip. And you hear us talk about Tamiya paint all the time. This is some of the basic Tamiya PS5. P is for polycarbonate or Lexan. PS5, that's your basic black. We get some PS13, which is a gold. Now the prices on this paint vary. This is not the same price for these two cans. The black is like $5 and the gold is like $10. Red is even more, and if you get into like the lame flakes like this, I think it's like a $20 can of paint. So prices vary on them, things change. I might not be 100% accurate on that, but there is a big fluctuation between some of the colors you'll see. I believe like that anodized or champagne gold was like $22 a can. Some of the translucents are very pricey too. Yeah, no, also, it's kind of hard to show, but you notice the little label on the top. This guy has a black ring around it. it's kind of hard to see, but see, this guy is just the white circle with information. This guy has a black ring around it, a little bit more, and it's got this little bit of Chinese or Japanese writing in it. That basically says back in black. So you're going to want to apply this and then back in black. Watch for that. A lot of guys make that mistake. You have blues that you need to back in black, like the anodized and stuff like that. So pay attention to that. Anyhow, let's draw out a design. I am going to use a marker. There it is. I'm going to use a Sharpie. Of course, you're going to want to mark it on the outside. The outside has the protective film. We have a basic design, so I'm going to quickly run through. There's no real pro tips to getting it down. Make sure a Sharpie works well. You can always just give it a little test, make sure it works. Some plastic that they stretch over the bodies does not like permanent marker. You put it on there and just wipe it off like dry erase. So play around. Top Flight used to have a marker that worked on Lexan, like you could write directly on the Lexan. This won't stick to Lexan. It will stick to the protective film, but it will not stick to Lexan very well at all. Washes right off, scrubs it off. But Top Flight used to have a really nice panel trim, but they went out of business. I'm going to try to find the name of that marker and just see if we can order it from who they were buying it from. That's a good idea. Okay, anyhow, basic design. We're going to do some scalps, so we're going to follow the Volkswagen kind of high point around the hood, draw a nice line across here. We'll do a wrap for the top edge there. I'm going to leave a thin black line, come back, and then I'm going to have a basic design come all the way down here, follow down here, come back here, up, open, back down, like that, open around. Does that make sense? Let's do it. Okay, so when it comes into cutting an edge like this on a detail like this, it is probably one of the hardest things to do and keep it looking straight and good. If you can cut a mask, like a vinyl, and lay that in there, you might have a better shot, but you'll never get that perfect. So, like, especially with drawing it out with the marker, it's going to want to go to the low side of the valley, and when I cut with the blade, it's going to want to run to the high side of the valley. So I'm going to draw the line where it wants to go. I'm not going to sit there and fight an hour. Whoa, hey. I'm not going to... Doesn't want to stay in there. Okay, so if you shut up for a minute and quit talking and hold the marker nice and true and square to it, not an angle like this or like this, it will slip out straight up and down, and you can run it in there. And now this is just going to be for reference. I'm going to cut to this side of it where the blade wants to sit on the inside in the lower valley. I'll just cut in there, use it just as reference marks. Very hard to cut on a curved surface. Doing this this type of paint job I wouldn't recommend to challenge as your first one. Not really. What'd you say, Jesse? Not really,
It's not really a beginner friendly.
There you go. We got our RC mouse pad set up for painting. Awesome. We dedicated these right for painting. Keep all the grease and oil and stuff. When we're done this, we could roll this guy up. Keep it super clean. Awesome. Love it. No grease, no oils. We actually got 2 of them. We're going to put one down as a permanent backdrop for the underlay, and we're going to just keep one for on top for painting. Make sure you guys check them out. You can get the magnet inlays for them, or you can just get the mouse pad like we have. We actually have the inlays, but we got so many RC magnetics right now. We've got them set up on different workbenches and stuff over. We absolutely love it. So, but our main studio bench, this is what we're using right now. Make sure you guys check them out. I'm not going to list price because I'm in Canada. You guys know the deal. Figure it out. Okay, so this line is a basic panel line. I'm going to draw in that line, and I'm going to cut on that line. It's shallow enough I can keep the blade on the edge and cut on the edge. It's just these big 1/8" rounded corners are the tough ones we're trying to mention. So, okay, I'm going to leave the roof clear so I can put a bunch of the build decals down to the POIZD crawlers and Deluxe Fab and all the other parts, Vanquish and whoever else went in there, a whole bunch of parts. We'll put those in decals down the clear roof. Plus, it'd be cool to see everything on the inside open. So for the side detail, it's actually pretty easy. I just kind of spaced my finger and the marker. Found a spacing I was happy with, and then just committed to checking out how I liked it. So you can go, a little too close. How are we gonna get over more? See, easy that is. You can quickly bang out an outline like that. And we just do a straight line across the top. I'll add some detail into that, add a second line on the inside, mask it off, tape it off. Just want to throw you guys a couple quick tips. If you want to see how to really paint an RC body on a high level, go check out Storm RC. We've been watching him for 15 some years, whatever that guy can paint. Check out Chris. Chris Graff, his stuff is amazing. I'm going to mask this up and come back and do a really hacky paint job, but you guys will love it, so see you back in a minute. Okay guys, so there we go, all masked up. We got the scallop kind of design on the hood, and we kind of changed the side design from the other one. We had it round in the front with an opening here. We decided to leave it open and just kind of run this cool design. We did that with the 10mm tape, kind of basically just drew our outline edge where we want it, like we showed you with the finger spacing trick, and then just follow that with the tape. Pretty simple to do. It's nice and straight, crisp lines, gonna look good. We're gonna leave the roof clear as discussed, and we went and cut out that little Volkswagen with the Crown logo on it with our Cricut. These are the mats that you load up in your Cricut. You can pick these things up for like 200 bucks, 100 bucks, sometimes even like 20, 30 bucks if you find them at the right like swap meet or something. Pretty cheap. People get rid of them because they don't like them, don't use them like we would in the hobby, so they're a great tool. Free design, find it on the internet, load up a piece of vinyl, cut it out, peel it off, transfer paper, throw it on there. Super simple, great tool to have. That's a Cricut, check them out. Running out of space, everything's just growing, piling in. So yeah, that's, oh, I'm dying. Okay. So that is all ready to go. We are gonna go lay down our first lame flake, and then we're gonna back that into black. Then we're gonna remove all the detail lines in the front, add all the silver, gold in, and we're gonna leave the roof clear. So next time you see the body, it's gonna be painted. It's gonna be a 3-step. We're gonna use the lame flake. Now you don't have to do that. You can just do your color and then your second color. So basically it's just a 2-part paint job, but we are adding the lame flake just because we're super lame. So okay, so the Dead Bug version 2.0 is done. It actually came out completely better. We took a little more time with it. The other one was a little bit rushed, I'll have to admit. I was trying to squeeze it in to the end of another video, not do another video on it. But anyway, quick paint job. Let's peel this guy off. We still have the wrap on the outside. See how bad we screwed up this one, or if at all. So far, ooh-wee. That actually looks really, really good. So, awesome. So we went with a little bit more lame flake. You get one shot to do that. You don't want to put on multiple coats. You need to do it all in one shot. So make sure you kind of practice and know how much you need. It's a lot more than you would think would be normal than spraying at it. You gotta remember, it's just what you're spraying at it is just something that, an evaporant that carries the sparkle, and a little bit of clear coat to make it stick. So really hammer it in there to get a nice thick lame flake like we have in there. It looks just awesome. We'll get some pictures posted up on Instagram too. The lines came out a lot better all around. We did ditch the little line that I did across the roof. It kind of gave it like a sad look. We don't want that look, so we like this look better. We got the Volkswagen with the little crown on the back. Everything came out good. There's a small little blem right there on the paint, and that's not bad considering everything else came out pretty damn good. So yeah, let's mount this guy up. Extra careful not to scratch it till it cures up overnight, because it is 3 o'clock in the morning and we just finished this so we can get this video out for you guys a day late, but it's still done. So boom. I highly recommend you guys check out the POIZD T3 crawler. You could build a really cool bug or something like this. Go ahead, we don't mind if you copy the style of the body. A few other guys have already done the styling of body to it. It looks pretty cool. Just the way it fits with the chassis is amazing. Love it. Check out the POIZD T3. Check out the group on Facebook. There's a couple places you can order, Alliance Hobbies and such like that. But anyway, check out the group. Check out the crawler. We'll see you guys on the trail in the next video.